Hi, this is Valerie Rokamp from charmedvalerie.com, and I recently had a chance to talk to Olympian beach volleyball player Kerri Walsh on behalf of P&G's Thank You Mom campaign. Kerri Walsh is she's already won 2 gold medals for beach volleyball, and she's right now she's training to compete in London 2012 Summer Olympics to win her 3rd gold medal. And so that's pretty exciting. She has a 2-year-old and a 1-year-old, and we talked a lot about getting, bikini motivation training. We talked about P&G. We talked about the Thank You Mom campaign, Youth Sports Fund, and we also talked about just the importance of sports and families, and so that is a subject that is definitely near and dear to my heart, because I guess I never really stopped to think about how important sports are until I had a kid, and and I thought about all the things that I wanted sports to teach him, and sports ended up teaching my whole family a lot of things. Yeah, and I actually learned that we actually have a lot in common with Kerri Walsh, and I guess she probably has a lot in common with all of you guys. So I kind of want to share the things that I learned that I thought you guys might find interesting and might help you guys, because we all probably have kids playing sports if we are not athletes ourselves. Basically, we were talking because of the P&G's Thank You Mom campaign, which is a campaign that supports moms. Like, a lot of the Olympic athletes are not, the reason why they're able to train and stuff is because of sponsors, and they're sponsors like P&G, and so P&G is their family company, and lots of family products that we all, I'm sure, use, and they are paying it forward by supporting athletes and supporting moms. And so Kerri's playing, they are Team Pampers for the Olympics this year. And the money that comes from the Thank You Mom campaign also goes to support the P&G Youth Sports Fund. And so the P&G Youth Sports Fund goes to make sure that children have quality athletic programs, despite their circumstances or their parents' budget. And so I think that that is really, really awesome. And for every like that they get on their Facebook page, it's facebook.com/thankyoumoms. Every like is $1 up to $100,000. Me and some of the other bloggers got to ask her questions, one of which was about, she wears a bikini. Like, that's her, that's her uniform on the beach, is she wears a bikini. And she was saying, some of her one of her bikini motivation tips was to hang up your bikini in a place where you can see it every day, to help motivate you. And I thought that that was a pretty awesome tip. One of the ways that she's able to train so much is that she says it takes a village, and I think that that is so true. A lot of us have issues with asking people for help, but she said that she's got a babysitter list that's like a mile long, and she depends on the support of her family and her friends. And one of the ways that she keeps grounded and focused is by carrying her mom and her kids in her heart whenever she is anywhere doing anything, and that really helps her to stay focused. And I really like that, because a lot of us are working moms, or just moms who have other things to do sometimes and can't always physically be with our kids. And so that was a great lesson for me, was that you can just that you can just carry your children with you, and not feel guilty, and you can feed off of their energy to help motivate you and stuff. And some of the other things that we talked about was just being a mom athlete. And I thought that part was really cool, because I never really felt like an athlete until after I had kids for some reason. I've always been very active, but I guess it wasn't until I had my first child and was trying to, I don't know, I guess whenever I realized how miraculous my body was and the things it could do, it just made me reach out there, and it kind of empowered me to just explore the different things that my body could do and push myself a lot farther than I ever thought I could. And so I feel better after having 2 kids than ever before. And so I think that, Kerri kind of shares the same sentiment as far as becoming a mom and what that's meant as far as training, and how it's kind of balanced her life
our boys go wherever we go, you know, so if we're at the beach for a competition, they're there. And, you know, my husband just got me a beach cruiser with a baby seat on it, and he has the bike with the, you know, with the trailer on the back for boys and for our boys. And, we, you know, we go to the park and we play and we run, you know, and if I don't get a workout in a day or whatever and I'm at the park with my boys, I'm sprinting around with them. You know, I'm taking advantage of that time, and I'll try to do a pull-up on the, you know, monkey bars. And but I think the main thing is just that I think a lot of people are so daunted, especially when you have two. It's such a crazy transition, and like, gosh, I'm so overwhelmed, you know, like I want to be active, but it's scary. It's just biting the bullet and going out, and then you'll get your routine and it'll become natural. Yeah, and I mean, the baby, they love it, you know, they just want to be with you and be hugged and loved. And yeah, I just bring them everywhere, you know. And I know our family, even though it's harder, it's so much better when we're all together. And just, no matter if we're at home all together doing nothing, or if we're at the park, you know, just all going in different directions, it's all fun.
And Carrie also talked about kids and sports, and if you're trying to raise an Olympian, you should let your kids try every sport. She said her mom encouraged her to try every single sport that was out there, and she, or, you know, that was available to her or whatever. And so from that, she learned to find one that she was passionate about. And she, you know, like, she didn't like playing she did not like playing softball, but her mom made her just stick it out for the season, and then she was free to do whatever. And that's how she found out that she had a passion for beach volleyball. And now she's at the Olympics for it. And I really thought that was a good idea. That's kind of the philosophy that we've taken with our son, is that we're introducing him to all sports. And I had asked her a question about my kid, because, yeah, let's listen to that question.
Because I have an extremely competitive child. Originally, I guess me and my husband were kind of taken aback by it. But now I realize that it's kind of a gift, and he likes improving himself. And so I'm just wondering more about how to just, you know, encourage his competitiveness. But you know what I mean?
How old is he?
He is 4.
Goodness gracious, isn't it funny? You're just born with it.
It really is.
Yeah, I think as long as, you know, when he wins and when he loses, if you're, you know, teaching him those lessons, you know, you gotta lose with integrity. You know, you don't have to like it, but you can't be a jerk about it, you know, and you always give 100%, which it sounds like he does. You know, I think that is way more of a positive than a negative. It just could seem really intense. But I assume that will level out, and, you know, maybe you have a future Olympian in your hands. You know, who knows?
Yeah.
But no, I think like that competitive edge, I think that's a gift. Absolutely. It's going to take them far. And then with really strong-willed children, you know, we have a friend who just told us, you know, you never want to break that spirit. You just want to bend it. And I think that's a parent's job to kind of bend and guide.
Oh, I love that. Thank you.
Me too.
That's exactly what I needed to hear.
That was my conversation with Kerri Walsh, and it was really inspiring, and I'm glad that I got to talk to her on behalf of P&G, and that I got to share some information with you guys. And so let me know what you think. If you have kids who play sports, and if you are a sporty family, and you probably are, even if you don't think you are, but basically. And so I will definitely be watching the London 2012 Beach Volleyball Olympics, and hope you will too. So, thanks for watching.